balls so dry, they explode like dust. Suck my balls, suck my balls.
You must suck my golf balls. Mommy?
Yes?
Suck my balls.
You got a lot of growing up to do, buddy. Suck my balls.
Sorry I'm different, but you can just suck my clit and my balls. You know what? That's what. Suck my clit and balls. I don't have to suck your balls. Before this day is over, you will suck my balls. Suck my balls, fat ass. I will. I will suck your balls, Kyle. And I will get down on my knee and I will suck your balls. I'll suck them dry, Kyle. Suck my balls, Kyle. Well, excuse my French, Mrs. Marsh, but you can suck my fat, hairy balls.
Suck my big balls in your hairy butthole. Suck my big balls in your hairy butthole. Your hairy butthole.
What is that?
It's my balls.
God damn it, Carmen!
How would you like to suck my balls?
What did you say?
I'm sorry. Actually, what I said was... How would you like to suck my balls, Mr. Garrison? Holy shit, dude.
Name is Jared. Jared lost weight, it's subway nights, cold and alone. No one place to call his home. You like sandwiches with Philadelphia cream cheese.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of
Suck my balls, suck my balls, my balls, my balls, suck 'em dry.
That's right, Suck My Balls, a South Park review. I'm your host, and the scene with the air is clean, and we're both lighting up that green. I'm your boy, MSG. Follow me on the Twitter, Instagram, or at Matthew_Schaffer each and every week. I'm joined usually by two guys, but the other one, he is available, just having some computer issues, so he's not joining us on this particular podcast for now, but he might pop in, so who knows. But I'm your host in the scene, as I mentioned, where the air is clean. I light up that green. MSG. I didn't get my own music in. I had to get my music in. Anyway, Scoop's not here, but we miss you, Scoop. And he'll be back with us again. Is the next time I see him and we record again, as we'll be recording season 6, episode 2. I'll be in Arizona, Joe. So it'll be me and Scoop there, and we'll be calling you remotely. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay. Yeah.
See how that goes. But as you heard from his voice, there he is. His name is Duty Joe Vernola. And it's back.
You piss me off. You fucking jerk. Get on my nerves.
Mr. Joe, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. Had a good weekend of wrestling. Got to hang out with some friends. I will say that, god damn it, motherfuckers, you need to still follow the rules of social gatherings and shit, because I got a fucking legal nightmare, or potential legal nightmare, but that'll be another thing for another day. But it's been pretty good. Wow.
Sounds like you've had an illustrious, fun last couple days in the sunny parts of Colorado, as we had.
Someone showed up to his show and then popped positive the next day. So,
oh man, that's not good. Well, anyway, that being said, guys, we're here to talk about South Park, as we are a South Park podcast, and we are starting off right, as you can see here. Getting ready for the season premiere. Unfortunately, as we mentioned, our boy's not here. We're kicking it off for season 6, episode number 1. As you heard the freaking song there to start off the show.
Name is Jared. Jared lost weight, it's subway nights, cold and alone. No one place to call his home.
Sandwiches with Philadelphia cream cheese. So that's right. We are reviewing Jared Has AIDS. It is the first episode of season 6 and the 80th episode overall. And if we didn't mention, this is Suck My Balls episode number 83. Now, this episode aired on March 6th, 2002. That being Jared Has AIDS. Now, Joe Vernola, did you know that my birthday was one day later?
I think I knew your birthday was sometime in March, but no, I didn't know. I couldn't remember it was the 7th. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible friend.
It's okay. Do you know whose birthday is also on March 6th?
I feel like I should, but I don't.
Hey, Kobe, tell me how my ass tastes. Hey,
yes!
my fucking birthday.
Yes, Shaq Diesel.
Jack Diesel, you know what I'm saying? Like, I run into the lane, make the dunks. I can't make a free throw, save my life.
When Charles Barkley calls me, I have him on silence, so even when he calls me, he gets no rings.
Yeah.
Did you see that tweet? That tweet was amazing, dude.
That's pretty good. Well, this was a pretty funny episode. As the country becomes obsessed with the popular program for losing weight, boys are going to see an opportunity to become sponsored by a major restaurant chain. Now, we have to put up a kind of a little bit of disclaimer, a little discretion here. So at the timing of this episode, Jared was very popularized. I would say up until even, till 5-6 years ago when the shit went down? Even until Jared was a very popular figure within the food and health world. And you never really heard anything bad about Jared up until the Me Too, or not Me Too movement, but all the stuff that came out about him being a sexual predator. However, in this episode, he's glorified. And I think about it's interesting that HBO Max takes off the Muhammad stuff, but they don't take off this episode. And I'm not suggesting they do, but this episode, in a way, does kind of glorify Jared.
It's more or less a product of its time, and yeah, in that sense, it aged like milk. Okay, finally it friggin' moved me back. I was trying to figure out what the hell. It definitely aged like milk, but it's one of those things where like everyone knows Elvis was a piece of shit nowadays, and I think it's one of those things like that where, maybe they should have put up the same disclaimer that they put up in front of certain Looney Tunes or something, like, hey, this is a product of its time or something. But like, that, and I don't, in like the like scale of things, and this is going to sound really fucked up, but I don't know if quote unquote insulting a religious figure, even though he wasn't really insulted in my opinion, is if insulting Jared, if doing something with Jared is on the same level as insulting Muhammad.
Right, but is it? Because Muhammad is another figure in another country that really has no fixture really on the American culture per se, other than using scare tactics and propaganda through terrorism, right? So like
there are a lot of Muslims
hold
in
on.
America.
I'm just saying from an American culture standpoint. So from that regard, you could look at South Park, where it's still an episode that glorifies a sexual predator and still on the air. So I'm just saying, you've got one guy who, sexually did things to girls, took pictures, whatever it was, groomed, whatever the nature of it is. We don't need to go further into this conversation.
Right.
I'm just saying I find it interesting that if one's bad, then the other needs to be bad too, is what I'm getting at. I'm surprised that both aren't pulled.
I feel you there too. And just kind of playing semantics here. Is this episode really glorifying him, or is it making fun of him and Subway for their more or less deceptive tactics when describing the Subway diet?
True, but and ultimately in the end, he's still a hero. So, I mean, he doesn't die.
Oh yeah, because he does give everyone AIDS.
So we're going to see how it goes down. The episode starts out with them calling City Wok, that being our boys, Eric, Stan, and not Kenny, unfortunately. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Kyle and our newfound friend Butters, as we saw in the season finale of Everyone Loves Butters. He's now joined the gang, and he'll be here for a little bit. So they call City Wok.
Hello, City Wok. Take order, please.
Hello, is this City Wok?
Yes, this City Wok.
Yes, we'd like one order of the city beef.
City beef.
And I'll have the city chicken.
City chicken.
Oh, dude, look, it's that commercial with the guy that lost 400 pounds eating at Subway sandwiches.
Still looking good. His name is Jared. His name is Jared. He likes to eat the sandwiches.
So those commercials are fucking everywhere. And they were kind of pretty accurate in the way they were making fun of him there.
Yeah, they really were. Those were friggin' spot on
Even to the music. Da-na-na-na-na. His name is Jared.
He's still looking good.
Eating all them Subway sandwiches. So yes, Jared Fogel, the ubiquitous spokesperson for Subway, visits South Park touting that weight loss is easy with a regimen of sub sandwiches.
And here he comes. He's still looking good. No sandwiches.
No sandwiches.
Thank you all so much. You know, and after a year of eating delicious sub sandwiches, I've proven weight loss is easy.
All right, just that.
I promise you, I will always be a faithful leader in easy weight loss. All right.
That guy ate all the sandwiches he wanted and lost weight. He is so cool.
I guess he failed his promise there, didn't he, Joe?
Mm-hmm.
He is not our leader anymore when it comes to fit and eating sandwiches and losing weight the easy way. How is it that we have the episode about a guy losing weight? We don't have the most fit guy out of all of us here on the podcast.
Right. I was going to say, this is really weird not having a scoop here. Is this what it's like when I'm gone?
Yeah, I mean, something like that. But, we did go 2 seasons without you as well.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, we've gotten that down too. So.
I'm clearly...
I'm not fucking good enough for you over here, you piece of shit.
I am clearly overestimating myself.
Yeah. Know your fucking role. God damn it.
Hey, maybe we better do a towel call.
All right, let's go to the fucking next part of this episode now. So following that, we get Stan and Cartman, Butters, and Kyle. They visit Jared after his speech to the town. Now, he kind of gives them the speech about, hey, with a good diet and proper diet and eating, you can lose weight like me, as you heard. I cut out some other things because this episode has got a lot of clips, but Mr. Garrison was there at one point. They're like, Mr. Garrison, can we get near you or get by you? And he's like, hell no, I've been waiting here for 6 hours. So everyone was happy.
His name is Garrison, Mr. Garrison.
I lost 16 pounds eating sandwiches on the Jared diet. So they visit Jared after his speech to the town, and they are dismayed to find out his amazing weight loss is the result of not just eating sandwiches, or all the sandwiches he wanted, that is, but an intensive consultation with a personal trainer and a dietitian, to which he refers to as AIDS.
I guess.
Whoa, Jared, dude, did you really lose all that weight eating nothing but sub sandwiches?
I sure did. And, I also had a little help on the side.
What kind of help?
Well, eating sub sandwiches was a big part of it. But the way that I lost so much weight was that I got AIDS.
AIDS?
That's right. I got AIDS about 2 years ago, and I've been losing weight ever since. It's amazing how slim you can get with AIDS.
I'll bet you can.
Would you like to meet them?
Them?
My AIDS. Scott, Tyler. Scott is my personal trainer, and Tyler is my dietitian.
Hello.
Oh, AIDS, AIDS.
Yeah, hooray for AIDS.
Hooray for AIDS, Joe.
Yeah, I got really slimmed down once I got AIDS. I'll bet.
The way they set this up, as far as foreshadowing on the jokes that they're going to hit you with in this episode. This one particular, they start you up right now with AIDS. So okay, right away, this is the joke. This is the focal point of this episode. People are going to get confused with the word AIDS as he's using it here. And there's going to be another point here, which I will cut out, but we'll get to it here after this next clip, and I'll talk about it. It's in the chef cafeteria. But following this, Cartman suggested the boys cut a similar deal with the local Chinese restaurant, City Wok, and that Butters should gain 50 pounds and then lose it, and claiming that, of course, that his weight loss will be due to a strict diet of City Wok.
I think I'm having a genius moment. Yes, it's coming to me now. That's diarrhea. No, don't you see what this all means? Anybody could do what he did. What's to stop someone else from going to, say, City Wok and cutting a deal with them? Say they'll eat nothing but their Chinese food, but then eat only a little tiny bit of it and exercise. Then City Wok could say their food makes you lose weight. That's right, Stan. That's right. It's a cash cow, I tell you.
That's a great idea.
Lose weight and make money. I'll tell you, this is going to be the greatest thing that Butters has ever done.
Me?
Who do you think I'm talking about, Butters? Joyce DeWitt?
No, I thought you meant you. You're the fat one.
I can't lose weight, Butters, because I'm not fat, I'm big boned. You can't slim down bones, stupid.
But Butters isn't fat.
That's my whole point. First we fatten him up, then we make the deal with City Wok, then take the weight back off. He's right. If Butters is naturally skinny, he'll be able to take the weight off faster. But fellas, if I get fat, my parents will ground me. Oh, come on, just think about how famous you'll be. You mean like Jared? Yeah, dude, you'd be just like Jared. Well, the heck with that. You said Jared was a penis butt. You wouldn't be a penis butt, Butters. You'd be famous. Just think about all those people following you around, singing songs to you just because you lost some weight. His name is Butters, it's Butters. Used to be fat, but not no more. City Wok brought him down to a size 4. Now he's got lots of money and girls, and a lifetime of free food at City Wok. Wow.
A lifetime supply at City Wok. Man, I always wanted to do one of those commercials, Joe, when I was a kid, where I got a lifetime. So I did like a couple, like a print ad, another film thing, but it wasn't like I got a lifetime supply of something. You know what I mean?
Right. I always wondered, like, yo, if like those kids do the commercials for the British Knights shoes, do they like get the shoes? Because like, does a kid get a Super Nintendo? Because I want to be in commercials, and not even for the money. I just want the shit they advertise.
Oh, I agree. I know they do. Like the BK Knights, especially like the shoes. Like that's of course they get them because then it becomes free advertisement for them because then the kid walks around and like if you see the kid from the commercial, he better be wearing the shoes. Right. So like that's the kind of context and mindset. The Super Nintendo, I would imagine from what I remember reading, like Paul Rudd mentioned that he got a free Super Nintendo for doing the commercial at the time when he was a kid. Cause like, I think he was, underage. It's not like he could get paid. So I think it went into a trust fund or something. And then he got Super Nintendo with Mario 3 and shit like that, which like, that's a fucking deal as a kid. I would have taken that too.
Right. Wait, you're going to record me playing this and then you're going to give me one? Sweet.
I get to be on TV, which is going to lead to more opportunities, which have obviously led to what he is now, the fucking Ant-Man. So there you go.
Yeah.
Well, following...
And looking like he's 30 when he's 80.
Right. Meanwhile, after being confronted by the boys, Jared decides to tell the world his secret about his weight loss. So he's going to start with his girlfriend, Christine Jones, that he has help from AIDS, AIDS, causing her to believe that he has acquired immune deficiency syndrome, i.e. AIDS, AIDS, and it's sparking a running gig in which everyone mistakes the word AIDS, AIDS, for the disease AIDS, AIDS, towards the end of the show. Oh my God, I'm going to say that word way too many times this episode.
Young boys were talking to me earlier, and they made me think that people might not be so proud of my weight loss if they knew something.
Jared, what's this all about?
Christine, this probably isn't going to matter to you at all, but I have AIDS.
What?
Yeah, I have AIDS. I've had AIDS since before we were together. What are you thinking? Are you bummed?
Am I bummed? You've had AIDS all this time and you knew it?
Well, of course I knew it.
Why the hell wouldn't you tell me?
I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
Not that big of a deal? I slept with you.
You're overreacting a little bit?
But Jesus Christ, we're supposed to get married.
We can still get married, Christine. I mean, sure, they're my AIDS now, but after we get married, they'll be our AIDS. You'll love having AIDS, Christine. You really will. And when we have children, they'll have AIDS. It'll make things so simple. Christine!
It'll make things so simple. Like the terminology, like I've just never, other than this episode of South Park, I've never heard someone say, "Oh, I've got AIDS." You know what I'm saying?
Like the only time I ever heard
in a singular form, like I've usually heard a word before it, but go ahead. Or a teacher's aide, dentist aide.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to say. I have like a student aide, a teacher's aide, something like that. That is, but yeah, there's always been the specification of what kind of aid they are. You're totally right there.
Yeah, no one just says I have some AIDS for that reason. So he comes clean now with the people of South Park, suggesting that everyone who wants to lose weight should also get AIDS. And for this, of course, Subway's going to end up firing Jared from the promotional duty here. So I'm going to play this clip. I don't have the next clip after that of the firing because there's a lot in this episode. But when he goes, after he gets fired, they're like, we've come to a decision that you need to take your wild, wacky health fitness tips and leave. Excuse me, am I being fired? So he's going to get fired as a result of this.
Still looking good. Eating them sandwiches on time.
Thank you all. Subway is a healthy way to eat fast food and lose weight.
All right.
But I feel like I need to come a little clean about something. It wasn't just Subway sandwiches that made me thin. Huh? The reason I was able to lose so much weight so quickly was that I got AIDS. Huh?
What did he say, AIDS?
But I still want to be the leader in a thinner America, and so I'm here to tell you that you should all go out and get AIDS.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Having AIDS is awesome. With AIDS, you can literally watch the fat melt away. And with the proper mix of AIDS and Subway sandwiches, anything is possible.
The opinions expressed by Mr. Fogel are not necessarily those of the Subway company.
So that's what's going to get him fired, Joe. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty idiotic to come out and say it that way. He's got to have a PR person there that would have walked him through. No, don't say that. You know what I mean? Like, why would you say that?
Right.
So after coming clean there, now the boys are going to go ahead and they're going to try and cut a deal, as we mentioned, with the City Wok, that being the stereotypical provider, to Lou Kim. And the next phase of the plan begins.
Welcome to City Wok. You'd like to try city chicken today.
Sir, we have come to offer you the business deal of a lifetime.
You want the city beef?
No, we want to show the world how healthy your food is. Our fat friend here is going to lose 40 pounds eating at Shitty Wok.
Which one? I see two fat friends.
The fat one. We're going to take before and after photos, and then when you get skinny from eating your food, we'll show the world.
Why?
Because then you can pay us to use our friend in commercials.
Oh, you mean like a Jared?
Just like Jared.
Yeah, they
His name is Jared. He lose some weight. City Wok food show is great. Yeah, okay, that sounds good. So if he lose weight eating City Wok, I pay you to use him in commercial.
All right. Sir, we are in business.
So after cutting the deal now, of course, the first thing they need to do is they need to fatten up butter. So they're going to head over to Chef's kitchen and they're going to ask Chef, and I don't have the clip of this, but they ask Chef, hey, Chef, can you help us get Butters fat? And why do you want to get fat, children? School project. So, well, the quickest way I know how to get fat is to get married. And nobody laughs at that. And then they're like, no, we don't want to marry Butters. And Butters is like, hey, what's wrong with me? And then he goes, all right, well, come on back, children. So takes them in the back. They start eating. And he throws up. And then Cartman's like, come on, eat the throw up. And he's like, no, fellas, I'm too full. And he's like, Kenny would have done it. And then he makes a joke about Kenny. And then Stan and Kyle like, that's not cool, dude. You can't joke about Kenny. It's too soon. Yeah, it's too soon. And Cartman's like, so when can we joke about it? He's like, exactly 22.3 years. So that's foreshadowing number 2. You had AIDS, and then you had now the number 22.3. So you know that those things are going to probably intersect here at the conclusion of this episode, in which they do. So Butters now, he's fat, really fat. So what they took the pictures. So what's the next thing they've got to do? They've got to get him in shape. So Cartman is going to motivate him. And I'm so upset that Scoop is not here for this part.
Come on, Butters, you gotta get skinny again. You are such a flabby hunk of crap. Look at those Jelly Rolls. Jelly Rolls, I tell ya. You still got 7 chins, boss. You never be thin. Nobody loves you.
Oh, hey, now they do too. My mom and dad love me even if I am fat.
Butters, I'm just trying to offer some motivational help here.
All right, then.
Roll, you fat bitch. Look at them Jelly Rolls. Nobody loves you. You're not even a person.
You're not even a person. That's right. So yes, there's some motivational there. Now, I actually thought this was funny. And when I started working out in the gym, I always thought about Eric yelling at me in my mind, like, come on, Johnny Rose. Nobody loves you. You're a fat piece of shit. And I would just play that in my mind. Now, when I started working out with Ian's a little bit more laid back. Ian makes working out fun. So like when we're in the gym, we're being goofy. We're just making like noises and like just impersonating each other, motivating each other. Like we're pretty loud, obviously, because, we're Italians too. So you put Italians, baked guys in the gym. We're just having a good time. Now, there's been multiple times, or there's been a few, but one in particular where me and Ian were working out and some lady decided to come over and tell Ian or something, or try to give him tips or try to give me a tip or something like that. And it was like, I don't know, maybe the 3rd or 4th time it had happened to us that day. And I was just like, no, we don't need your help. Go away. Did he ask you for help? He didn't ask you for help. Goodbye. And he was like savage. And I was like, sometimes you just got to put these people in their place. Did I come asking you for help? Do I look like I'm struggling? No. You do work here? No. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, that being said, have you ever had those type of experiences in the gym, Joe? No, you never had
Not an experience like that where someone tries to show me how to do something because I was doing it wrong. Usually that'll be like a friend or something. Like the biggest annoyance I've had at the gym, and I've like basically had to stop showing up at the gym at this time of day to avoid these people. But there is a couple that goes to the gym that I swear to God, they spend more time like making out and canoodling and grabbing each other and shit. Like it's just like fucking PDA Central. And then like the dude will just be sitting at the bench press for like an hour and basically just grinding up on his girl instead of, doing work.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast. We were just talking about it. He's a little freaked out because he's like, what the fuck is with this background?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I was not expecting this. If you feel free, if you want to move your camera closer if you can, or if you can't, no worries. But like we did set this up, and as you can see, we got a little bit of a halo background we found here on Skype Scoop. Like through it, there's all these different like effects you can add to make it like appear like we're all in backgrounds and stuff like that. So we're
on the master key.
Okay, so Scoop, we were just at the point where Butters is fat. Now, I told Joe about the story of us being in the gym and just people coming up to us and talking to us, and then me one day just being like, did we ask you for help?
Oh, man, when we were doing the goblet squats and this chick came up to old boy here, and she was like, that's not how you do this. And without skipping a beat, Matt just like, did we ask you for help? And she was like, oh, my bad. That was just my favorite.
Well, maybe you're doing your favorite wrong.
I was following Scoop's lesson, so we were doing it right.
Yeah, we were doing it a little different.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was to her. Like, maybe you're doing your favorite wrong.
You're doing.
I know, right? Like, fuck, man.
Fuck, man. Fuck, man. Oh, you want
that used to actually be a huge problem with the gym. Is people trying to tell you how to work out. Now, not so much.
That's what the classroom looks like, Joe, since you wanted to see what it looked like. We've delayed enough here as we have Scoop rejoin us in the middle of the podcast. So welcome back, Scoop, to your show. We missed you, and we appreciate that you're able to get your computer up and running. We know that you're having some issues.
It like had to go through all the program files and like fix itself or something. I don't know. I guess it's because I had it unplugged and had my switch plugged in.
That's weird. I don't know. Well, as we mentioned, we just got done with the jelly rolls after Cartman puts them on an exercise regimen. So unfortunately, Butters does not lose the weight from the exercise. Shocker. He's a fat piece of shit. Sorry, I guess a little harsh, whatever. So the only remaining option though is liposuction, which involves a hose and pushing Butters' stomach to remove the fat from Butters' body.
Butters, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, you're still fat. Well, I know. I can't seem to lose it.
But we're supposed to shoot your commercial for City Wok today, you fat piece of crap.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Losing weight is harder than putting it on.
No, it isn't, stupid blubber butt. Did you eat only 1 ounce of City Wok a day like we told you?
Well, yeah, but I don't know. Why are you doing this to us?
All prepared for liposuction surgery? Check.
I don't know about this, fellas.
Hey, you're the one that screwed us by not losing weight, Butters.
Okay, it says here the operation begins with a 1-inch incision in the abdomen on the left side just above the hip.
That's right about here.
Oh.
Stop your bitching, Butters. God, Kenny would have took it like a man.
Kenny would take it like a man. It's true.
He would have taken it like a freaking man. Yeah, he would have. Actually, Kitty would have just been like, and he would have just done it. But Cartman would have.
He probably would have died in the middle of the liposuction too.
Taken like a man, damn right. As he always did. So they start liposuction. However, after the procedure, Butters' parents come home, and Cartman, Stan, and Kyle unfortunately manage to leave before they enter the house. Butters' parents immediately ground him despite him laying on the table with an open wound, thinking he had self-performed liposuction surgery in the house after they had warned him how many times, Scoop? How many
times? 4 times, right?
4 times.
Butters, how many times have we told you? 4.
Butters?
Mom, Dad.
Butters, are you having liposuction surgery? Tell me the truth.
Yes, sir.
This is unbelievable. How many times have we told you never to have self-performed liposuction surgery in our house?
4 times, Mom.
Well, I guess that wasn't enough. You get up to your room right now, mister.
Yes, sir.
Oh, don't you give us that look, young man. You're going to get it.
So Jared surmises that the reason for his turn of events is that others cannot afford to hire their own assistants or aides, Scoop. So thus, Jared devotes his money to the AIDS for Everyone Foundation, dedicated to providing AIDS to everyone, including personally giving AIDS to every underprivileged child in the world. And his hope is his goal that by next month, every child in the world will have AIDS. That did not go over very well. Townspeople.
Tom, I'm standing out front of the mayor's office where the big liar Jared is once again about to speak. Apparently, Jared hopes to regain his celebrity hero status, which was lost when he announced that it was AIDS, not sub sandwiches, that caused him to lose weight. Let's listen to him.
Ladies and gentlemen, at first I didn't understand why you felt betrayed by the fact that my AIDS helped me to lose weight. But now I understand that it's because it isn't fair that I had AIDS and most of you don't. And so, with all the money I made from commercials, I have decided to start the AIDS for Everyone Foundation.
What?
I am going to personally see to it that each and every one of you gets AIDS.
This guy's insane.
But I won't stop there. I'm going to seek out all the underprivileged and hungry children of the world, and I'm going to give them AIDS myself.
You're going to give children AIDS?
Yes, it is my hope that every beautiful child on this earth has AIDS by next month. AIDS for everyone.
Get him!
AIDS for everyone. That's ridiculous.
Oh my God, it's great.
Now,
every beautiful child.
Every beautiful child.
Which that line really doesn't hold up anymore. We were talking about how this episode aged.
Yeah,
like
this one aged horribly.
This one aged like milk.
So as Jared gets chased, he starts venting his frustration. I didn't get this part because it's kind of dumb. And he's like sitting there beating a dead horse and complaining about the fact that no one's happy. Why isn't everybody upset about me wanting to give them AIDS? I'm just trying to give everyone AIDS, to make everyone AIDS. And everyone. It's like, and he's just beating a dead horse. And then, of course, the mob finds him. Hey, there he is over there beating a dead horse. So they continue to chase after him. Now, Stan and Kyle sneak Butters out of his house. So what happens in this scene is they show up at his house. They say, hey, Butters, come on, we got to go to City Wok. And he's like, hey, I can't go to City Wok, guys. I'm grounded for 5 days. I have to stay inside. And they're like, come on, Butters. He's like, no way, fellas. You already got me in Dutch. Then you got me in double Dutch. Now you want me to get in triple Dutch? I'll never go that Dutch. But Cartman convinces him, look, I can do your impersonation, because Butters says that his dad and mom call every hour on the hour to check on him. So Cartman does a voice impersonation, which convinces him that he will stay home and impersonate him. So while this is going on, the owner decides that he wants nothing to do with Jared at City Wok itself due to the recent events of Jared. So the boys run downtown to intercept the mob. But Jared is already at the gallows, as we mentioned. Back at now Stotch residence, Cartman masquerades as Butters on the phone when Mr. Stotch calls him. So Mr. Stotch asks him if he's watching TV, and Cartman claims that he was just jacking his hot, spicy boner, and proceeds to call him a bloody vaginal belch.
Oh, gee, Dad, here.
After telling Mr. Stotch, bring it on, queer bait.
And this being right after, well, not right after, but chronologically right after Butters' very own episode.
Dude, the only thing I could think of in this whole thing is if I'm Butters now, I'd be a fucking asshole to my parents. Be like, fuck you, bitch. You tried to kill me. Suck my balls.
Right?
So
Cartman, like, he has the ultimate trump card on both of them. Like, hey, Dad, White Swallow. Mom, locking me in the car to Jingle Bell Rock.
What?
Right? So after telling Mr. Stotch, bringing on Queerbait, Cartman hangs up on Butters' father and laughs. Then Mrs. Stotch calls shortly after, telling him how upset her dad was. Cartman uses more trash talk on her before hanging up on her and saying, I'll be waiting with bells on, you old banging skank.
Hello?
I'm just checking in on you, Butters. Hey, do I hear the television? We told you no television while you're grounded.
Oh, gee whiz, I'm not watching television, Dad. I'm just laying around jacking it.
Jacking it? Jacking what?
With my hot, spicy boner, of course, Dad.
What? Are you trying to get yourself in more trouble with that kind of language?
Loosen up, you bloody vaginal belch.
Oh, you are gonna get it, mister. You just wait till I get home.
Bring it on, queer bait. Hello.
Butters, your father called and said you made him very upset.
Yeah, well, Dad's being a little pussy, Mom.
Butters, where did you get that kind of smart mouth?
Not from you, dumbasses, that's for sure.
Oh, you just wait till I get home, mister.
I'll be waiting with bells, old horse banging skank.
Hey, that's an entourage over there.
Phone calls are so great.
Yeah, those were phone calls were still like we said. There's no reason why Butters shouldn't like say shit like that. He does have the trump card. Like later on, of course, in the Ungroundable episode, like he shows his perfect that he can fucking if he really wants to, he can fucking walk all over them. You know?
Yeah, per se.
Per se. Are you ready for your transformation, per se?
I know it's not the same episode, but I just want because I want to quote it. Anybody who's not a vamp needs to stand the fuck up right now. Or I will fuck you up. Vamp kid.
You got to burn, burn, burn the hot top.
Burn, burn, burn down the hot topic. Burn. All right, so everyone determines that AIDS is finally funny since it's been 22.3 years. So Stan and Kyle managed to stop the lynching by clarifying, of course, that the running gag to Jared, the subway executives, and the townspeople that it's AIDS, AIDS.
Why did I ever do those stupid commercials?
All right, Jared, you sick pervert. Do you have anything to say before you die?
Wait! You're all making a mistake.
Stay back, children. Jared wants to give you AIDS.
No, Jared doesn't have AIDS. He has assistants. 2 guys that help him lose weight that he calls his aides.
Oh.
You mean Jared's AIDS are like my AIDS?
Yes. You mean you all thought, oh my gosh.
Oh boy, do I feel stupid.
Oh, we're so sorry, Jared. No, it was my fault. I can't believe I didn't even think of what I was saying.
So he was saying children should have help like he had.
Yeah, this has got to be about the biggest misunderstanding ever.
Oh my God. I told my girlfriend I wanted her to share my AIDS. Oh, no wonder she laughed.
No wonder she left.
No wonder she left. So now they've determined, as I mentioned, that it's finally funny. And it's been exactly 22.3 years. And a monument, guys, is unveiled that apparently South Park just had waiting in the wings.
Hey, we're all laughing.
Oh, hey, yeah, we would have never laughed about this before.
Well, don't you see what this means? It's been 22.3 years, so AIDS is finally funny.
He's right. It's happened.
Hey, everybody! AIDS is finally funny!
All right!
I knew it would be funny one day. AIDS.
Then it's time. The banner.
Tom, I'm standing in the town square where just moments ago it was declared that AIDS can finally be joked about. What a great day for humanity.
What a great day for humanity. So stupid. So now that Jared has returned to the favor, the City Wok owner offers the boys $15 to use Butters in advertising, which of course they're like, fuck that.
Okay, so now you want to use our friend in your commercials?
Sure, okay, I pay you $15.
$15? But Jared got millions.
Hey, I'm not a subway. I City Wok. City Wok don't have $1 million.
Oh, God damn it! Just forget the whole thing then.
Okay. Hey, you kids know why chicken crossed the road?
Why?
Because it had AIDS. AIDS so funny.
Well, so much for our funny.
So Butters then runs home, thanks Cartman for covering him, calling him a true friend. Cartman's like, no problem. Walks outside, grabs a dock chair, some popcorn, soda, sits down and gets ready for the show as Butters' parents arrive home.
Mom and Dad.
Don't you hi, Mom and Dad, us, you little punk!
Oh, Dad.
You don't even know the trouble you're in, mister.
What'd I do?
You think you're tough now? Answer me!
Oh, man, if I was older, I would totally start jacking off right now.
All right, good. Well, that's your recap. We're going to come back on the other side with your trivia and your pop culture and continuity, and we'll wrap this up. Yo, what's up, guys? Check out our fancy dancy stonerific threads here that we picked up from thebakedboysclub.com, our brand new sponsor. We're sporting them. Joe over there is always fresh looking. I mean, Joe, how fresh is that shirt?
It's fresh.
That's fresh. And then you got Tom Bout Scoop here, Ian. I mean, he's looking pretty saucy, or as they like to call it, the Versaucy t-shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this guy. He's just a sexy beast with that t-shirt. And of course, I've got the amazing NES shirt here. So guys, to get this great apparel, visit thebakedboysclub.com, use the code SuckMyBallsPod, and you'll save 15% off your order. So not only can you get baked, but we're going to save you some money so you can continue to get baked. So visit thebakedboysclub.com, bakedboysclub.com, use the code SuckMyBallsPod. Baked Boys, not just a brand.
Not just a brand.
It's not just a brand.
It's a lifestyle. All right, once again, thank you to our sponsor, thebakedboysclub.com. Check out our sponsor, thebakedboysclub.com. Use the code SuckMyBallsPod. You'll save 15% off your order. Baked Boys, not just a freaking brand, it's a goddamn lifestyle. You know what else is going to be a lifestyle? Skip. 11 days. Your boy is going to be in sunny Arizona with you, with your boy. I'm going to stay with my uncle and his new wife for the first night or two. And then next 7 days, we going to party. It's going to be the crew. We going to get down like we's in a zoo. Because we going to be let loose. Diamond hands. Anyway, so let's get into the trivia, Joe. Why don't you talk about the couple of trivia pieces here? It's not a very big action-packed episode.
Nope. And obviously Kenny didn't say anything either because what's wrong with you? I say you, he did. So this is the first episode to feature Miss Chokes on Dick in the opening theme. Also, as the first episode of the 6th season, it makes sense. This episode introduces Tong Lu Kim and his restaurant, City Wok.
Hurrah, praise!
Which makes a lot more sense with the boys doing the prank call and hearing him pronounce everything shitty.
City Wok, take order, please.
And this episode is one of the few times where you can actually see Chef's Kitchen as opposed to just the serving area.
That's your
I know we see it in Cream Fraiche.
Yep, that's later on down the time, but this is the first.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah, sure. Cream Fraiche. Pop culture? Scoop? Pop culture, Scoop?
Is so tiny.
So jumping into the pop culture, the scene after Jared is fired from Subway is a parody of the film Philadelphia, as well as a parody of Bruce Springsteen's Streets of Philadelphia.
Okay.
And then jumping down into continuity, Kyle, Stan, and Cartman refer to Butters as Kenny, not Kenny, and not Kenny. This is in reference to Kenny's semi-permanent death at the end of Kenny Dies. Other references to this include Cartman saying he is going to kick Butters until he is deader than Kenny. Well, Kyle and Stan said was not cool. And Jared rallies to take place at the Kenny McCormick Memorial Square.
That's not cool. It hasn't been long enough to joke about that.
Yeah, cute. Cartman's excuse, I'm not fat, I'm big bone, was not used until TMI.
That's right. No, sweetheart, you're just fat. All right, Joe, what about your top likes? What did you like about this episode?
I'm gonna let Ian take the ones that we had the same. Cartman's last quote, if I was still much older, I'd totally be jacking off right now, is funny. And the square or public park being named after Kenny, I don't know if this happened with you guys or anything like that, but like, and these weren't kids I knew, but they were kids that had like died while I was going to school, and within a year, like year, maybe 2 years, both of them had parks in the city named after them. So like maybe it was just the timing of the episode and everything. This kind of making fun of that really always made me laugh. And that's like not necessarily to disparage the dead. It just made me laugh that they were making fun of the practice, I guess.
Scoop?
So Cartman's phone calls, when he gets the phone calls from Butter's parents, those are just amazing.
That's boner.
Hello?
He does a pretty good impersonation there, Butters. Well, hello?
Yeah, hello. And then, so at the end when Mackie goes, AIDS.
I knew AIDS would be funny. One day.
Yeah, I did like the reveal. I was going to say it was one of my things. I like the statue reveal. We can finally take off the statue. Like, unveil the statue. It's like, what? Okay. Like, wow, you really wanted to use this AIDS term to make fun of people. Waiting a long time. You put, you totally start Jack. The square being named after Kenny's what you like, Joe?
Yeah, I had just talked about that when I was talking about the public parks and kids at school dying and shit.
Well, guys, anything else you didn't like about this episode?
Nothing that I can necessarily think of other than the thing that you and I touched on at the beginning of the podcast, which I never even really thought of until now. Like, if X, Y, and Z are banned episodes, then why isn't this one with this pederast banned?
Right. Yeah, that was my point, Scoop. At the beginning of the episode, I was like, if the Muslim episodes are banned, why didn't they get rid of this one? This kind of glorifies Jared in the end. You know, he's still kind of a celebrity and gets the celebrity status back and just kind of looks like an idiot, not a pedo. But you also missed this part.
Name is Jared. Jared lost weight in Subway nights, cold and alone. No one place to call his home. He likes sandwiches with Philadelphia cream cheese.
Philadelphia cream cheese.
He likes sandwiches with Philadelphia cream cheese. All right, guys, that's going to do it for another edition. I can't even get through this episode. That's going to do it for another edition of
Suck my balls, suck my balls, my balls, suck 'em dry.
I'm your host on See When the Air is Clean, and I'm lighting up that green. Your boy, MSG. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Matthew_Schaffer. Each and every week, I host a podcast called Light the Fuse. It's an AEW podcast. We review AEW Dynamite each and every week. I do that with Chris Silvio and Ben Hameen. I also host a podcast called The One Up Rewind. It is a video game podcast on episode 4. By the time you listen to this, episode 5 will be out. So I don't know what's going to be episode 5, but episode 4, we did our top 5 NES games. So go check that out while you're there. I'm sure you'll see episode 5 has dropped as well. Of course, you can also check out patreon.com/StevieArrayTV, sucker. And sign up twitch.tv/StevieRayTV, or just go to youtube.com/StevieRayTV. Become a subscriber, hit that bell, subscribe. And while you're there, you might as well hit that bell on Suck My Balls Pod. Hit it, subscribe to it, share it. Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your sister, to your brother, to your uncle, to your mother. Everyone wants to watch. Everyone should know. You should suck my balls, and that's for show. Joe, what do you got going on in your world today, sir?
I got all kinds of stuff coming up. We have Shoot Pro Wrestling coming up on July 16th in Denver. Go to shootprowrestling.com for more information on that. Colorado Springs Wrestling down in the Springs the next day, Saturday, July 17th. You can still get tickets at Sunshine Studios Live, I believe. And if you are some kind of modestly priced social media guru, I really need help with like plugging all my stuff. So like holla at your boy, or like hit up the Suck My Balls Gmail account or something, and like, let's talk, yo.
Yeah, we could barter. Like you do Suck My Balls too, and you could help us grow that, because I don't want to do that. It takes time. Scoop, how you doing, buddy? Next week, buddy, we're going to be hanging out. Next week, we're going to see each other, buddy. Damn it. That's right. The next recording, me and Scoop are going to be in person.
That's right.
Season 6, episode 2, and probably season 6, episode 3. Because the last time we only did 1 episode, and that was a mistake. So this time we'll at least make sure we do 2, maybe 3, maybe 5. Who knows? Might be an all-nighter. We might do a lot of cocaine. You never know what's going to happen on another edition. Or suck my balls.
Suck my
man, I haven't flocked in a while.
balls, my balls. Suck 'em dry.